Welcome back to Healing Generations. It does look a little different this time. I am recording from an undisclosed location. No, I'm just kidding. I am recording from home. It's a little easier instead of carrying all my stuff over to where we actually do it. And my brother was not free today. Or no, we were supposed to record Friday, but my brother had such a long week, and I totally understand. He's a director where he works, and so he's under a lot of like deadlines right now. So I totally understand. So shout out to my brother. I don't have the applause thing. Like he's good at that. He's good at the like technical stuff. So I'm learning. Hopefully y'all can hear me. So, yeah. So I'm recording solo dolo again, which is fine because what did I say last week? We got to show up for ourselves. And I even if it's hard, like I don't mind running off at the mouth because I don't do it much. So this is nice. And it just helps you like get out of the fear of being seen. And I don't mind being on camera or anything. What have you done to better your life in 2025? We are still in winter, so technically we should still be in hibernation season, but I still think summer bodies are made in winter. So hope y'all get in the gym. Financially, we got to get it together. You know, for y'all who got it together, I ain't talking about y'all. For those who are just learning, we got to find a way to save and, just learn about financial, just so our future is secure. Whatever that means to you. If it's not financially, mentally, physically, whatever. But so this week, I'll be reflecting back on my week, talking about moments of growth that I've experienced this week and balancing life. And then I put like trending topics, but I don't want to really talk about trending topics. I want to talk about stuff that not too serious, but where it ties back into healing generations. So first thing first for me, work is ghetto. Work is so like I enjoy work. I like my job. A lot of people's like, "Oh, you have a 9 to 5." Like I don't know what's wrong with people and like shitting on people who have a 9 to 5, but I appreciate my job. I got a lot of flexibility at my job while I'm doing so many other things in the background that like this works for me, and I enjoy it. This week, honestly, I took 2 weeks off in December, which was needed because I ended up getting sick and I just needed to rest. And usually around the holidays is when everyone like gets together and sees their friends and everything. I just needed to be by myself. Like I needed to recharge. It was a long year with family and just reflecting back on all that and realizing that like I needed to put myself first. So that 2 week break was very helpful. But when I got back, work was so overwhelming. We were getting audited. It was stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I missed a lot of workouts. If my trainer is watching, I did not miss that many workouts. Uh, but I made it up. I didn't do the workouts on the day, but I made up the days. I was just off balance. I was stressed out. Was sitting at the computer for like 8+ I mean, okay, you're supposed to be at work for 8 hours, but me 10+ hours. Now, overtime looks beautiful, okay? And it's helping me pay off the debt, and, saving. But my rest at the end of the day and my mental health and my physical health all suffered because I had to get the work done, which has died down now. The audit is over unless they come back and ask for something. And I think I did such a great job. I am over the position I am in at this point. I'm thinking about applying to a different department, but I struggle because right now I am in school and I am in a program and I do have my floral business and a podcast, and I just do so much that the job that I have now works and is stable while I do all the other stuff that I'm interested in. But mentally, I just want to be challenged at work. And maybe this is just because I've been in a position for a while, but my supervisor is super supportive and she's like, you know, it works for you right now. Don't leave because you have so much going on. And she's right. Like I do, but I also like know my worth and I get paid well, but I see how much these people make at my job. Okay. I could be making the same. And so like, yeah, I want to make 100,000 too. I'm very close to it, but I want to make 100,000 plus. You know what I mean? Especially because I am thinking about dun dun dun. I have never thought about having kids. I would be very honest. This is like a veer off to what I'm, originally talking about, but I thought about like, and this only happened when you start talking to someone you're actually can see a future with. But I'm like, okay, well, I want to be secure for my family. Yes, I do believe the man is supposed to provide and do all of those things, but I am his helpmate. And so, like, and if I want to be in a relationship, a reciprocal relationship, right? I need to not have debt also. I need to be saving for things also. That's just my belief. I fight with yourself. But I want to be secure in my financial situation and, you know, not having too much responsibility with kids. Honestly, going on trips all the time, doing whatever, spending. And now I'm like actually thinking about a family. It is different. It is different. You want to clean up your act. Like I want to be more disciplined. I'm very disciplined in like working out and disciplined in work, but I'm not disciplined with finances. And I hope this person never sees this because I feel like he would have my back for sure. Like, but I like nice things. Okay. And do I want a high rise? Yes. And I was going to move. I was going to move into a high rise last week. And that would have been the stupidest mistake. Oh, sorry. That would have been the stupidest mistake ever because why would I increase my rent by $700 when I really enjoy my space. Like I've been really big apartment and was very unhappy. I am in a smaller apartment, one bedroom, and it's perfect for me. It is perfect. I don't need any extra space. Like I work here. I do my floor business stuff there. I separated it. I have an actual room. It's not a studio. Like I enjoy my own space. I love it. But we can get caught up in I want a high rise, I want this, I want that, but also like I have money goals. And if I can cut the expenses delay gratification for right now, and then, save up for our house. Oof. I'm gonna ring on his finger yet. Save up for, just things that you should be. I struggle with that too because having a house seems so stressful, but talking to somebody who knows how to fix stuff in a house, priceless. And I have a brother who's good at like electrical things, HVAC, and my brother's best friend, like he's like my brother too, or he is my brother too. He know how to fix things too. Like I have a great group of, if this other person like stays in my life, like I don't have to worry for nothing. Thank God. And I love that my brother knows how to do most of this stuff because I don't have to rely on anybody. And then if my brother was busy and I had to like call for someone, I could say like, hey, is this a good price? My brother can. And I want a man that can fix things around the house. I don't want to have to call another man to come fix things in my house unless my husband like couldn't do it at all. But I would rather have like people that are close to me, you know, just around my house in my like I'm super blessed in that aspect. So back to work. No, it would be more work. When I applied for that position, I know I can do it. But it's like, do I want to be overwhelmed and stressed because school already takes a lot? Or maybe I should delay a year. Anyways, work has been stressful, but it has died down. And honestly, too, my boss has started giving me more work. It's because she's getting lazy. She's getting lazy. Gosh. Anyways, but during all this stress, I did still commit to showing up to the gym because I could have not went at all. My eating was a little off, but I started getting like pre-made meal preps from Whole Foods, and it's such a lifesaver. I won't do it all the time, but just the world has been all over the place. There's just so much going on in the world too. January came in like a wrecking ball. So the next thing I wanted to talk about, balance between friendships and personal goals. So I have a true desire for really genuine friendship. Not like, I mean, surface level friendship will happen, right? But I really want like a core group of friends that are genuinely supportive, that is not on no weird shit, that like really support each other, that doesn't leave people out. Like I want that type of relationship, and I know it's possible. And honestly, like in this lifetime, if you get one really good friend, you are so lucky. One really good friend, because friendship nowadays, I feel like it has started being about aesthetic, and it's like I'm not looking for an aesthetic friend group. I'm looking for real women who wants a real friend. Like I want to show up for my friend. I want them to show up for me. I want to get the same energy I'm giving out. And it takes a while. You know, it takes time to cultivate that type of relationship. So I'm not going to give up on it. But I am very intentional on how I move and what space I'm giving my energy to. And if I don't show up to everything, it's not anything personal. I don't have to do it all the time. And that's where I'm like conflicted, because I do want friendship and I know you have to show up. And I do show up when things are important. And it won't be every week. Like I can't give, like I help a lot with my siblings, you know, and it's 3 of them. And so, well, I have more siblings, but the youngest are 3 teenagers. And so like pouring into teens alone, that's a lot. And I don't think people really understand that, because we don't have our mom isn't present, but their dad is present, which he's like the best stepdad and he's the best dad to them. So I appreciate that they do have him. But I also help out, and his sister, she's such an awesome, I'm glad she crossed my path. Like she's such a good human and I can see it in her. Like, God, if I had grew up with an aunt like that, shout out to Aunt Faye. Like she's so kind hearted, and like, I don't know, when I meet people and like, sometimes it makes me want to cry, because I'm like, there are really good people in this world. And I feel like the really good ones are like sporadic everywhere, right? They're surrounded by really good people too, but they also have dealt with a lot. And I'll talk about that in a different episode. But yeah, like she's an awesome aunt. So shout out to you, Faye. So I don't need to hang out weekly, but choosing meaningful moments to hang out, that's what I want. Like if I could give like 2 or 3 times a month to hang out with a really good friend, that's all I won't say that's all I need, but like, yeah, text here and there, plan trips, have our like, you know, annual things that we do, and then meet like maybe a few times a month. But because I have so much going on in the background, I can't do everything. When I was 20, I showed up to everything. I was everywhere, and I did not really focus on I was just living in the moment. I had a really good, it was hard, but 20s was pretty good. I'm glad I'm not 20 anymore, though. I'm happy to be in my 30s. I didn't really have time to. Some people say, "Oh, I building your 20s, so in 30." I just had fun in my 20s, and now at 30, like I really have to hone down on what I want to do in this with my life. So yes, I want friendship, and sorry to those people who like sometimes I don't show up. It's because there's so much going on, and once I'm out of this, like I would be a better friend at showing up. I show up, but just like random outings to go to like get a drink, I won't do that every week. Or, you know, if we were studying together, like if you had a space where you were working and I would work and I was working, we could hang out. Does that, I don't know if that makes sense, but like I really, like if we both just got some shit done and we can do it in the same like building. That's what me and my old friend used to do. She would like come over and we would just work in the same room. We didn't have to talk, but we would talk like randomly. And that's, I don't know. Like is that asking for too much? I don't know. And also I want to acknowledge too that like sometimes I would say yes to like, oh, I'll hang out on Friday, but after a long week of work, and just because I work from home don't mean I don't be doing shit. I need people to understand that. Like I am actually busy. Like in January I have actually been busy, but I think this misconception about like when you work from home, you don't do too much. When really like I have to check in with my boss so many times throughout the day, and I actually have deadlines to meet. I can't just be randomly doing shit. I'm sorry, like need to get things done. And yeah, that's all I can say. So at the end of the week, I might not want to go out. I'm not gonna lie. And I know a lot of people feel like that. So I just hate when people make me feel guilty. I don't want to go out on Friday night because I worked all fucking day. Like I'm tired. When I say tired, I mean my energy. Like if my energy's low, I'm not gonna be like my best self with you. So I'd rather not even show up, to be honest, because you're not getting the best me when I'm drained after a long week. You're not gonna get the best me. And then like if I don't give you the best me, then you might, because some people do it, then you might go talk about me to somebody else like, oh, she has such a bad attitude. And it's like, did I have a bad attitude, or was I tired from a long week and I still tried to make it out because I'm trying to keep my promise? But I realized that you can do everything right and people will still hate you. And that's not my problem. I used to really care. In my early 20s, I don't care. Like, you can't get me to care about a lot of shit these days. I care about where my life is going. I care about if I'm growing. I care about my peace. I care about the kids in my life. I care about my job. I care about the hobbies that I have and just doing things that I enjoy. But I really don't care if somebody don't like me. I don't care. Sometimes I do think like, damn, what the fuck did I do? Just mind my business, and then people think I'm stuck up. It's like I'm the most down to earth person, at least to me. I feel like I'm like super down to earth. I feel like I'm super approachable, but because I'm so quiet, people think that I'm stuck up. I'm so far from being stuck up. It's crazy. I can't prove to you that I'm actually a good person. What you think about me is what you think about me. And if I don't hang out with you, which is a lot of people, you shouldn't really have an opinion about me because I don't even hang out with you. So you know nothing about me. You might hear things about me. You might see how I'm moving, or oh, she don't show up to this I don't have to show up to everything. Because why? I have a lot of things to do. We all have things to do. And like big groups are not my priority right now. I've done the big groups of friends. I've done that. And they've all ended the same way. You know, I have a few friends from those groups. Like I don't need to be surrounded by 20 people. I need one or two people in my life. like that are like true friends. So this week I signed up for a 5K. Woo! My buttons down here, they're not working right now. So yeah, I signed up for a 5K. I signed up. I'm doing it for me. I'm not doing it for nobody else. I'm doing it for myself. I did create my own team, Healing Generations. But that's my foundation. That's my baby. Healing Generations is my baby. That's my tea. Okay, so I was not supposed to have a cat or any animal for that matter in this apartment that I'm in. But did I read my rental agreement? I did not. I should actually read that because rent is going up another $100, and this is why I'm not moving until he moved me into a house. Until my husband moved me into a house. Or no, I think I want to experience the high rise before I like get married for sure. So I wonder if that's gonna happen. The high rise. I know I'm getting married. Yeah, so I gave Lexi away. I'm really sad about it. My brother got the cat around when our cousin Delex's had passed away, transitioned. And I think that was my brother's way of honoring her. I feel like I think that's a cool way. When I heard the name, I was like, what? It just kept her name alive. My landlord told me to put my cat out, and they're coming to inspect my apartment tomorrow at 10 a.m. So I'm not going to be here. Lexi wasn't supposed to stay with me for a year. Lexi was supposed to stay with me for a month, and it ended up being a year. But I miss my baby. I will get over it eventually because I did have 2 cats, Rain and Snow, before I moved to Sacramento. That was hard, letting them go. And after I let them go, I was like, I don't ever want to pet again because I just don't like to get attached to nothing. Like nothing in this lifetime really belongs to us. And I knew it was going to do that. I had put tape on here because it opens, and it might fall again because I have my heater on. But yeah, do you guys like my wall? I don't know. Mary J. Blige might get removed because of allegations because I don't do none of that. But I've done research on a lot of the people here, and I really love this setup. I love my apartment so much. I really do. Like when you are grateful to God for, I don't want to say the little things. Like when you are grateful for what you have, like he will give you more every time. Like I had like 3 opportunities to move into a nice loft, and like I met this guy, white man, and honey, I did get his number, but it's because he said, "Oh, you look for apartments?" I'm like, "Yeah." Why wouldn't I? And I get a discount, but the discount was still like $2,400 a month. And right now, I'll just be transparent. Like I pay $1,500, right? I shouldn't have said that either, but like, look. I'm literally at the 30% because you're not supposed to, like, rent is not supposed to be that much money. And we always want, like, the nice things. And I get it. We all deserve nice things. But, like, I really do. Like, if I ever bring a child into this world, I want to make sure, I'm not going to keep fixing that. I want to make sure that I am secure in everything. But I do want to enjoy my life. So, I might do this house for 1 or 2 more years, but in that process, I'm stacking up. I'm not traveling. I may travel just for my birthday and for somebody else's birthday, but that's it. Anything else, I'm not doing too much of because I just need 2 years of focus, and I really will be where I want to be, to be honest. And honestly, like I started traveling when I was 18. I've traveled to so many places. I would love to continue traveling, but when you have money goals, you have to not travel as much. And I used to travel like 3 or 4 times a year to really nice places. When you're financially free, and meaning that like your car breaks down, but you're not worried about it because you got the money to get it fixed. Like some people don't even have $1,000 in their bank account, right? Like some people don't have that. And so like, that's why I think like right now I'm like in a privileged space because some people don't have an emergency fund. Some people don't have these things. And so people are really struggling. When I don't have to worry about my car, if it breaks down, I can just get it fixed, or the heater went out, I can get it done and stuff like that. To me, that's being financially free. You don't have to worry about an inconvenience. It's just an inconvenience. Because when you have money, flat tire would be just an inconvenience. You can get it done. But if you didn't have the money, it would feel like the world is. It's like, dang, now I don't have a way here. I don't know how to get to work. That, like, having money is convenient for inconveniences. Hey, I like that. I like that. Anyway, moving on. Okay, something this week that happened to me yesterday, and I was talking to someone, and you know, she had relationship problems, and I feel like I'm removed from having that many relationship problems because I was actually single for 3 years. You know, people say, oh, I'm single for 3 years, but still sleeping around, still dating. No, I didn't sleep around. I didn't date. I didn't entertain nobody. Nothing. No one could even get in contact with me because I needed that time alone because I needed to do the inner work. I was insecure, was not sure of myself, all these things. I'm habitual people pleaser. And I just feel like I needed that. I had to really isolate myself at that point because I didn't know where my life was going. I was trying to save everybody, but I couldn't save myself. At the end of the day, I couldn't save myself. And I had said to myself, I said, something has to change here. And I got a therapist, and luckily this therapist was Kaiser referred me out to a really great therapist. She has been like heaven sent. And I have to reply back to my old therapist because she emailed me and was like, I seen an email and I was thinking about you, and I haven't emailed her back yet. So I need to do that because she had really helped me too when I was in a really hard transition period from like really deeply loving someone and that not working out. At that time, she was charging me $250 for a session, and I was going twice a month. Healing was that important to me. I would spend $500 a month for that because some people like sugars. Mine was trying to heal like the inside because I knew something was off, something was wrong. I just really wanted to get better. And I couldn't be there for the people that I loved. I wasn't okay. I didn't want to literally be on earth anymore. And so I was like, I have to get myself some help. And when I'm sad, I don't want to be around people. So I did lose a lot of friends when I cut the cord, but honestly, it was worth it because I love who I am today. I love that I can show up for my siblings, the 3 younger siblings. Like, I really love it, and I'm so content. And I told my therapist last week, my new therapist, well, I had her for like a year, almost a year and a half, but like I told her, like, I'm so content. I would be nowhere without therapy, to be honest, because my family couldn't help me. I couldn't help myself. It literally, God and my therapist is literally all I need to help get me through. I do want a community. You know, I'm still like actively working on that. But those are the 2 things that really helped me a lot. And TikTok, I ain't gonna lie. Knowing that like a lot of people are going through the same thing that you are, like that's when I really fell in love with TikTok because I'm just like, I'm so in the trenches. Like, and a lot of people on TikTok, whether you hate TikTok or not, it really saved me. That specifically didn't save me, but like I said, therapy, God, TikTok, and me wanting to actually do the work, that saved me. And so I'm just grateful for God every day that I even wake up in the morning. So can't nothing move me. I'm only validated by God, nothing else in this world. I don't care about validation from anybody else. Even if like I get married to my husband, like still God has been my rock. He will always be my rock. And that's just my faith. I don't go to church every Sunday, but my relationship with God is like a strong one. She was talking to me about her relationship problems. Dang, I veered off so far. I want to make a long story short. Anyways, I like seen all the hurt that she was in and how she was allowing this man to play in her face. We talked for like 5 hours total. I absorbed all that energy because I seen me in her, and it just, you can tell somebody like what to do. You can give them advice, but I told her, I was like, you're only going to take this advice when you're ready to, not be in this predicament anymore. And she's like, I know, because I met her and we were both going through like a really hard breakup. And I'm so blessed to be out of that and into something different. It really triggered me and it brought me back. And it brought me back to the place where I started questioning the person I'm talking to. And I'm like, this is why it's important for healthy relationships, because I was really struggling. I was like, oh, he's out with his friends. Like, that had nothing to do with me. It was that energy that was put on me that caused me to think these ways. And then like I spoke to him today and he was like, just talk to her and tell her that was heavy and that you didn't like feeling like that. And I appreciate that because he's right. Because I was like, I can't do that no more. But like, I have to learn how to be in relationship with people and not just cut the people off. So like, I appreciate him for that. To say like, hey girl, that was a lot. And I cried. I took in all her energy. I was just so sad. I don't know if I was sad for the old me or the me that experienced that, or was sad for her, or sad that I couldn't help her. I don't know what it was, but I got anxiety. I started crying. I was just like, this is a lot. And I really want to get better at not absorbing too much of somebody else's energy, because I'm an empath. It's going to happen. I'm going to feel how you feel, and I love it and hate it at the same time, to be honest, because I had an amazing day until all that happened. So in closing, I just like wanted to reiterate, like, really show up for yourself when you're stressed. Like, have some tools in your toolbox, I don't want to say just go to God, because I don't want to just say like, oh, it'll be all better. Like, yes, go to God, but also go to therapy. Also talk to somebody you really trust when you're having a stressful week and feel like you're not showing up for yourself. And when you are having a stressful week, show up for yourself in little ways. Like, go take a walk, waking up and cleaning your house. Like, those are little ways you can show up for yourself to think clear. But I encourage everybody to literally reflect on your own boundaries. Do an audit in your life and see if people are really showing up for you, because you can show up for somebody and then at the end of the day, make sure people reciprocate the energy that you want. And that you give. So if you give out a certain energy and you're not getting that back, reevaluate the person in your life. Reflect on your goals. Like, we all have goals this year. Spring has not started. Spring, which is a real new year. And I think Chinese New Year is a real new year too. That could be a discussion for another day. But action, action, action. We all need to put some action behind the things that we want to do. Yeah, we can write down goals every day, but we need to write down an action and then write down little steps that you can take to get there. And honestly, use ChatGPT to help you, because everybody does it. I wanted to like end on something fun, but honestly, this has been a heavy month. What was something great that happened? I don't know. If you know, put it in the comments, because let's find some joy in. We're going through I can't even say the word, tumultuous times. But like something positive, drop something positive in the comments, I am wrapping it up. It's one thing that like really broke my heart. The Naziah Harris case has really saddened me in a lot of ways, and I feel like she's not the only this is not the only case of this situation, and it breaks my heart thinking about it. That child was not protected by any of the adults in her family, and it like angers me so much because kids are brought into this earth and are not cared about. And I'm not saying all children, but a lot of them are brought into this world and their parents do not watch them. They do not give them attention. It's a lot of irresponsible parents just out here having sex. And I feel like if you want to just like go around fucking, just tie your tubes, get a vasectomy, and do what you gotta do. Stop birthing kids and stop bringing kids to Earthside and treating them like shit and not washing them and thinking that at 13 they're an adult. They're not an adult, because especially in like black families, a lot of them put their kids out at 18. That is still a baby. So I've only been on this earth for 18 years and I'm getting put out. What? I never understood it. And when I do create my own family, I do want to change. Like, and you know, the one thing this week that really made me so happy, and like I was honored that my grandpa said it. We were talking about like our family dynamics on his side, and he was just like, "I'm so proud of you. Like, you not falling for the bullshit. You like all the drama ends with you." And like I wanted to cry when I was on the phone with him. He's like, "All this shit ends with you." And he's like, "I'm so proud." He said, "I could die happy because I know you're okay. I know you're teaching your siblings right from wrong." And he said, "I would love to like, still be here and see you have children and get married and stuff." He said, "But if I leave, like, I am so proud of you." And like, that made me so happy because he said, all of this shit ends with you. And I think that has like literally been my mission, honestly, in my like 33 years. It's like, this shit ends with me. I don't take no shit from my family. I want things to be different, and I want my family tree to be different, and I want my kids and my kids to know that like I fought really hard to make sure I'm healthy so they can have healthy lives. And if that involved cutting people out of my life to find out who I am, like, it was worth every lost friendship, every lost family that I've experienced, every loss, like not having a relationship with my mom or dad, like it was worth it all. Like just to hear like that, and like that is my mission. And that to me is what Healing Generations is about. Like all this shit ends here. Like, and you have to stand on what you believe in, even if it's alone. I have been alone a lot in my day, but that's what it requires. That's literally what it requires. Standing alone and being okay with it. And I'm okay with being alone and standing on business. I'm not taking no shit from nobody, no new person, like nothing. And if you want to be like with me, be with me. But if you're not with me, then you're against me. And I still love you. I still have all the love in my heart. But that's what Healing Generations to me is all about. Like this shit ends. This trauma shit ends here. And we're all still gonna have some trauma, but we're working to get better. And I only want people around me who are actively working to be better humans. Ain't no weird shit, ain't no funny shit. That is what it's about, and that is my vision. That is what God had given to me, and I'm gonna show up every time. And that is why I am continuing to do the podcast, whether it's with my brother or whether it's solo. This is still going to happen. If you got this far, Thank you for listening. I appreciate you being here. Y'all did get me in my workout gear because I'm about to head straight to the gym. But thank you for listening this week and have a great week, you guys. Bye.